Hello, and welcome to another Artcast. Today, the subject is going to be. Hold on. Huh. Oh yeah, there we go. It goes like this. I'm working on my little my smartphone stabilizer thing. There we go. Get it set up. Today's going to be. This was a kind of a multi-month long comic about this OC mom, and she's in an escape room, and she gets her fanny stuck in a grate or something, a wall. It was interesting. First of all, I'm making this base in Blender because I wanted to, and I was like, well, yeah, if I'm gonna use this is a perfect case example of like, well, I'm gonna be using a character multiple times. I might as well make an actual base for the character, the actual body. So that was just an excuse to, like, again, go through and learn some modeling techniques. And we're running this at like 400 times the not 400. Well, yeah, 400. Yeah, because that speed is like, yeah, 400 times. So like 9 hours compressed into 2 hours. I have no live view because Blender. I mean, you can do it. I think I've done it. Yeah, you've got the ability to like put some stuff together. Anyway, I'm just throwing whatever I can at the wall. I think what I'm doing here is I have a sort of a front view profile of what the topology would look like, and then I'm just extending that and then trying to round it out. Hello, Johnny. I mean, I hate to like reiterate this like again and again for new people, but like, we lost two great performers, one Dolly Parton yesterday and Tim Curry this morning. So rest in peace. They were just, man, that's going to definitely be a topic as people sort of filter in. I'm trying to kind of, and then there's other shit that's going on. Da, da, da. Oh, Ron Weasley is. Who's Grint? Robert Grint, that was his name. Yeah, whatever. Yep, Johnny. Long time no see. Anyway, today's side project that I'm going to be while I'm doing this is I'm going to try and set up my filming rig because I do want to start filming some board games. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the side computer. So I'm gonna get that set up. Let's see, which OBS do I want? I've got two instances. One that's the new one and one that's the old one that has all my shit. And I think this one was it. Okay, good. Wait, no, I should do the new one. Because if I do the new one, no. If I set up a new OBS on the new one, I can use new plugins. Okay, yeah. I better do that. I also need to get this microphone. And hopefully I've got a webcam around here. Not a webcam, just an actual like plug-in. That way I can have at least 3 cameras. Yeah. I got one here. I have another one of these. I don't think so. I think I gave that one away. It was a really crappy webcam I had. Actually, it wasn't crappy. It was like a man. It's a $50 one that I got from. Oh, where did I get that? Oh no, this sucks. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work fine for now. I got all these little weird arms and things connected to my connected to the battle cart, which is what I call the. But you can't lower that. Can't lower that arm because it won't bend down far enough. Where's the other thing I had? I got the tripod right there. Yeah, I got that from Sam's Club, like about when I was first trying to start doing, but the start doing web content. But I ended up giving it away because it was not great. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just basically modeling and sculpting as I go along. You use your primary, primitive figures, and then you just attach them in Boolean is what I'm doing, and then from there you can use I use this thing called a quad remesher. It's a program I bought. You can sort of do it, but this one sort of saves a lot of headaches. It's a $50 plugin. It's, again, you can do that, but it saves a little bit more time, and I'm just trying to make a good figure. An exaggerated figure, of course. Oh, this is an OC. And what I need to do is the posterior is stuck out a little bit, but then I'm going to try and angle or to position the thighs underneath all that so that the posterior sticks out in an exaggerated manner, as the character and commissioner has want to do. And then what I'm going to do is try, and I did not try, this is all in the past, I did rig it, and it became a very effective little model that I was able to then sort of pop out. Oh, that's Speed Sculpt. That's another plugin I have. Very nice for creating sort of these meshes that are then. Oh, did I just abandon that one? I guess I did. I guess I'm going old school. There we go. But Speed Sculpt is nice. I've used it. It's actually better for like more, I don't know, gangly characters with thinner appendages. Anyway, let's see. I got this. How did that move? That's not right. Okay, that's good. I can then move it. Okay, this one might not be too bad. Okay. And then swing that around, swing it like this. Yeah, anyway. I want to see. I think the newer OBS will hopefully be able to manage 3 web cameras. There used to be a thing where you had 3 cameras set up in an OBS to try and switch between the two. You wouldn't be able to do that because it would freeze up. But I'm running 32.11, and there's also a rig where you can attach a camera from just a Android phone and turn that into a camera. So then I would At most, I think I get like 5 cameras going. So when I film board games and stuff, I'll have lots of coverage. Anyway, I'm gonna make a new profile. I'm gonna call this a new profile board. Hey, I'm Hollis. How you doing? Now, what did I use? Did I use Rigify or did I use? I don't know. I'm still doing the. I'm still trying to make the actual figure. Now, eventually, I'm going to settle on a flat texture, one that doesn't catch the light. It's just going to be flat projected, and then uh, you can pop up wireframe in order to get a more three-dimensional view of the figure when you're getting ready to like work with it. Ah, there we go. This is another program. This is AutoRig Pro. It's faster than Rigify, but I would say Rigify is actually better at controlling a lot of the figures I would work with. It's good for like quick, sloppy, quick rigging, super fast right now. But if you can work with Rigify, there's a new one. There's a Cloud, which I don't know about yet. I haven't worked with it yet, but I think Cloud is sort of the newer one. It's the progenitor. Not wait, pardon me. Progenitor or progenitor is the thing that comes afterwards. It's basically the son of Rigify, which is the standard sort of plugin. It comes kind of free with the Blender now. As you can see here, yeah, it works. The hip is very much kind of out of control. I think I go through. You do have the ability. Actually, AutoRig Pro has a nice feature where you do go through and you can kind of reset some of these weights by reorientating the bones, and that's a very nice feature. Hold on. There's a lot to talk about in this because this is basically like a month's worth of work. Where's my other microphone? I want to make sure I'm charging that in case this one dies. My other mic is right here. Yay. Yay, Booker. Yay. He always comes in whenever I start talking to you guys or doing a live thing or start recording something. Because they've always got to be on the center of attention. They're good little guard dogs. Both of them. Shadow's in the hallway. Booker's laying right here. Booker's a little jealous. I try to be a little bit more. I mean, sometimes I try to get closer to Shadow because Shadow's still that. He's getting better, but he's still a little standoffish. But he's warming up to all of us. But when I try to give Shadow a little bit of personal love, Booker always has to like jump off the couch or bed or something, get up from where he's going, and come over and visit me. Like, oh, what are you doing? You're not giving him treats, are you? Hello, Alter. Um, I don't. I blocked out their name, but I can give a link later. Uh, just because. Oh, and this is me. I'm trying to model just a shirt, or in this case, the sweater. I actually try to just work on the clothes modeling. because it's, tricky. But I use another program. What is this called? It's like Surface, B Surface. You can use and you can draw with it, and then you can then sculpt it. It matches the texture of your, not the texture, the contours of your model, and then there you go. And in this case, I'm just going to add a head and plop it on top. I don't think I'm not sure if I do or do not connect the base of it. Make it one solid mesh. I'm so sorry, Alter. What have you got? I hope it's not anything. It's not that stomach stuff, is it? New board. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to add a group because I want to keep all my cameras sort of together. Capture a group. There we go. And then we want one capture source to be... I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oh, summer cold. Yeah, that sucks. You're back at the beach, right? How's the weather there? Has it been dreary or has it been nice? Beaches are always weird. You can go through like so many. You can go through like a whole set of seasons in one day. Capture source. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. No, that's game capture. Capture video capture device. Cancel for now. How do I have all these connected? Oh, okay, I can't do this right now. I have this set up where the reader, so it's reading off of this one computer, but I can't do the cameras because the cameras are connected over here. Okay, but that's fine. I could still play with the this. And I can still play with how I'm going to orient all these different cameras. So I got those three there. I should get myself another really nice extension. The one where I can plug it in and have HDMI stuff there. Oh, okay. Well, that sucks. And you're going to work too. Yeah, it's one of those things. I said at the top of the hour. Dolly Parton and Tim Curry. I mean, there's just like I mean, I'm hoping that Tim Curry had. I mean, he had that stroke, and that left him sort of in a bad place. But he got so much love during just his just and I hope he just was able to just sit and enjoy and soak all that up. Same thing with Dolly. They were pretty much forthright with what was going on. Dolly didn't want to say what was going on. I think was it cancer. I don't know. My mom said that last night, but I don't know. She like watches. She's on Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff. Uh, Martin. Cancer. Okay, so it was. I guess that's what people say. That's People Magazine. I guess is somewhat reputable. Um, yeah, she was she was doing it in that way. It was be like, well, they're taking care of me. I'm slowing down. Same way, sort of, my grandma did it with. I mean, we didn't know, and she died suddenly, but she sort of was like. I think I've told the story before. With the last Thanksgiving, where it was just five of us, and then she looks around and she says, "Well, everyone's gone," and she was just very kind of a little solemn, and I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you can just tell that you're a little waning a little bit. Um, but at least she didn't make it like an absolute surprise on everybody. And people are donating books like crazy. It's just, hey, ink spot. Okay, you take care. Try to nurse that cold and get through work. Take care. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay, so maybe I can hop on. I've got some USB things, but they're not great. USB. What am I looking for? Hub. Hub. I'm guessing 3.0. I don't need a $50 12.12 of them. Just like a really, really good one that won't like. Okay, here's a 7-port hub from Walmart. But these aren't from Walmart. This is Tina and Tony, and this is Outlet RS. Acer's got an okay one. It's a splitter, $9, $6 from Ugreen. You see, I don't. Here. Let me look something up. USB 3 hub for cameras. Let's see if there's any actually like product. Now these are chargers. Yeah, I don't need a charger. I just need the actual. I just need it to like give data, transfer data reliably. I have one. I have several. Here, let's just see what this does. This is an own or a un, whatever was. Oh, here I've got this one. No, this is another un. I think this one's crappier than this one. These are like Walmart exclusives. Hello, Mr. Nobody. Do you need help with Blender here? I mean, I have an outlet. I do. I mean, I take tutorials, and I've been doing it for like a couple of years. But yeah, any advice is also good. Okay, let's get rid of this cord. This is just the charger for the Wii. Not Wii. The Switch controller. Okay, so let's see if this even works. Take this out. Plop it down in here. Okay, let's see if this even works. Let's add the web camera. Because I don't know how I want to record this. I can either do what I've done before is I've expanded the whole thing or made it bigger and then put 4 cameras in each section. And then when I need to record back, no, or I can do a side view thing. Yeah, I could switch cameras because 2 of the cameras will be live, but 2 of the cameras won't. But then again, I do have a. Yeah, I know that's something I should have done, but I just do the X. And I did that earlier when I was making the legs, but then I fused it all together in the actual figure. So then I just I model with the primaries and then I boolean them all together, and then I remesh them, and then from there when I should have actually added the feet. No, we were just kind of reminiscing. I'm just saying I'm building the figure for a comic. So this is going to be a 5 images, and this will just help me. Yeah, there we go. I mean, it's fine. I can tweak a lot of the images later. Yeah, you can see here I'm repositioning some bones to make it look a little bit nicer. Have the pelvis move a little bit more naturally. And then you can always just squish and squeeze some stuff. Which apparently is just what animators do all the time when they're animating this stuff. Oh yeah, I do have this. Okay, I have an Aver, but I need 2 more HDMI cords. No, that's not going to work. No, because these are UBS. Okay. I have 2 AverMedia live game portables, and I got a 2 Plus, which actually holds a little SD card if I wanted to, so I can actually just record straight off of certain consoles without the need of a computer, and then bring that in later for editing. Or I just have the straight up capture card right here. Let me think of how I'm going to do this. Anyway, let's see if this actually just works. No, oh, okay, cool. No, that works fine. But it's a square. Why do I want to? Oh, I know, because this is a web camera, and the web camera wants to make it look square. There we go. That's nice. That's a good quality little camera. But again, the idea what I want to do is, I want to be able to see all four at the same time. I could do that. I could have a preview window. Okay, let's do this. Let's make a new scene. And then we'll call it preview window. And then I could put individual sources on each of the scenes. Right. I try to use like the verified sources. I don't download models that much. I don't use a lot of downloadable models, but I do tend to make my own, and I do use some plugins. But I tend to, I don't know. I don't reputable sources is sketchy. I mean, I do a lot of from GitHub, but those are usually from like things that have already been like filtered out with YouTubers saying, "Oh, this is a great new plugin. This is good." Anyway, yeah. So this is the pose I do when you'll see her later. She's pulling out a grate to open it and get this room, this exposed room. And here I am trying to save the pose. I had a little bit of trouble creating an actual library. These are some download assets, but they came with I wanted to say, I think they came with the new update. They had some base models that they did after after 3. Was it 5 or was it 4? No, but it's definitely looks like a Roberta Tubbs. If you want to, I have the. I don't have a reference on screen right now, but you'll see. Possibly a close relation to Roberta Tubbs. Anyway, I'll add the video capture 1. No, I don't want to add it. I want to add the old one. Here, let's call this camera. How do I rename you? Rename web cam. There we go. And we'll set you on 30 frames per second so we don't have to deal with that. It's a little fuzzy, but it'll get the job done in case I need to actually, or maybe that's just the lighting. Maybe that's just a lighting situation. And here I am tweaking the dress a little bit to make sure it's kind of fitting around. Let's see. Okay, so I have webcam, and I'm going to add webcam here. Add an existing. We're going to go with webcam. Good. Now, let's see if this works. Is that? No, it goes over here. Set that right there. Oh, sorry. Let's get you right there for now. Let's add another one. Okay. Yeah, the problem is that it's registering, but it's not giving me the video. So this hub is not great. I may have to go and get myself a new hub, a better one. This one is not fantastic. I think it's got some. This one's a little janky. Either that, or next time I do this, I make sure that I'm not streaming off of this computer, and make sure I've got all the files I need set up already. Okay, that one works. Deactivate. Okay, now we've got a different problem where it works now. One camera works, but the other one doesn't. Close, reopen. Okay, Inkspot. Thank you very much. You have a good one. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking the flats. Basically, this is what I do. I take the flat colors, and then I take the wave or the wire art that you can then set. It's just a setting for when you publish the video or the picture, video and picture. You can do either or. And then I just take that, use that as a guide, use the colors as a guide, and then work off both of them to make it kind of a quicker little deal. That way I can tweak the line qualities I want, add new lines. Work with the color that I have right there so I don't have to go through stuff. I'm just setting up my bow. Huh. Alright. Ooh, nice. Okay, we will look forward to that, Ink. I hope you're still here. If you're not, well, thank you. Cool, I love Newgrounds. Let's see. Did this open in the... No, I was using this one. I was using this OBS. Okay, so that works. That doesn't. So this one's kaput. Yeah, the thing is I think these smaller ones, I think they can only manage to send data from one video source at a time. Yeah, I hate to do that, but I'm going to have to do it just for the sake of actually making this manageable. Whenever you get a chance to learn about your commish. That was We're still doing the mom thing, right? Okay, let me just ask her a question. A good USB hub for multiple cameras at once. Okay, what's this one? Oh, geez, $50. That's steep. But then again, I want that to have. Uh, but I don't need. Well, 10 ports. Jeez. Okay, OBS has a form on this. Boot camp, blah blah blah, yada yada, ta ta ta. Hubs, multi. This one just sends me back. Okay, let's just go to Amazon. USB hub, multi camera. Um, how much? Okay. The best overall pick. You switch it on and off, but no, that's not. The i5, what? No. No, and this one just takes little cards. This one's too small. This one's. Yeah. Okay, what does this do? Okay, 5 GPS. That's okay. Wait, what style is this? USB A 3. Okay. Power the hub only for stable connection. Cannot charge, cannot transfer data. Oh, never mind. Smart charge ports, no. Wait, no, what? But they had it like they had a picture of it connected to a computer. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this doesn't. This is nothing. High speed data transfer, 7 ports. Let's see what this one does. Camera, mouse. Let's see, what does this one do? 4-port, USB splitter, laptop portable, key mouse, desktop, and more. Nope, this is the same shit. Uh, da, da, da. I guess this is fine. Let's see if I got one I can actually get to me tomorrow. Let's see what they got at Best Buy. I have a Best Buy around here. Let's see. Best Buy USB hub 3.0 camera. Again, you either go with like a 4-port or like 10 ports. Although 16 gigs, shit. Okay, never mind. 6-port with 10 gigs up and down. Hey, you worms. Oh, hold on. I could. I mean, I've used this before. It works fine. Yeah, let me work around this. I'm just going to use the thing I have, I think. I'm going to try. Uh, let's do this. Webcam. Deactivate. Reactivate. Oh, but it's not sending data. Okay, I see. That's why. That's another thing. I can't send data from there to there. Poop. The J5. Let's look at a review. J5 hubs. I've never heard of J5, but I guess they're okay. They're definitely pricey. No. Come on. Suwood, no. That's a splitter. What's this do? No. Okay, what do you do? Printer mouse, extension, a 10 feet cord. I don't need 10 feet cord. Okay, 16 feet cord. Or 5 feet cord. What's the 5 feet cord do? And I put in cameras onto this. It's got 5 Gs up and down. Or 5 Gs. I can't split that between the cameras. Might be, yeah. Yeah, this might be my first commission, this comic commission. I mean, I've done one of multiple characters. Hmm. Hold on. I think the dog wants out. Oh, really? Worms Galactic Tactics. Yeah, buddy. What do you want? You want outside? Come out. I gotta stay in. I gotta stay with the. They're okay. Yeah, sure. I think I could be available then. Let's see. Multi-key. Yeah, okay. Here, let's just go and pull the plug on something. Oh, wait. I gotta check something. Bilbo Baggins, bravest little hobbit of them all. So yeah, anyway, that was making the 3D model. Kind of really helps you where you just need to be able to like position the figure and work with it. Wait, what? Well, I mean, okay, just wait. Bilbo, Bilbo Baggins, bravest little hobbit of them all. Okay, that's done. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Bill, you know, even sort of grid. Oh, okay. So like, well, I mean, there's a billion other games like that, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, XCOM, definitely. Yeah. Oh, 9 to 5 is a great song. I mean, you could say that I mean, she says she was apolitical, but she like basically like rewrote the Communist Manifesto for the modern woman. Hey, boys, I see you. Okay, you know what? Worms and roguelike actually does seem. No, we're good, Helen. Not recently. I think I only watched Sing like a couple times. Oh, really? Okay. That's that's good. That's a good one. Yeah, sing. I was thinking about like who's saying it. Oh, I was coming across some getting Halloween songs ready or Halloween playlist redone, and I found a really good version of. Oh, and here I'm sorry, keeping around for myself, but getting back to this commission, here I am trying to model a room, which again, long run saved me a lot of time because I had the assets like these grates. But this topology is not great because you've got this n-gon. An n-gon is a name for anything that's not doesn't you've got triangles, you've got quads, which are squares, and then n-gon is anything with more than four sides. So all the circles are n-gons. All the basically the only thing that's quads are the edges. But that's okay because we're not. It's a flat surface, and I'm working with flat colors for this particular item, so it's not really driving me crazy. But yeah, making all these assets, you don't have to redraw them again or work just with a simple plain what would you call it? Because you can draw it and then you can manipulate that, but it's still like a flat 2D plane. Here I got something 3D to work with. I can work with all these different. I can work with the space, is what I'm saying. But I'm modeling it after I don't know some sort of. I was trying to do Victorian parlor for the theme of the escape room. I know they do other things. I found this one that I was particularly more interested in, which was again based off of like the Victorian parlors. You got all sorts of escape rooms. There's a pretty famous one, not here, like out midway between Surprise and Moon Valley. Apparently, it's a pretty famous little escape room. Okay, so anyway, I was gonna say I should reload the Midnight Suns. Yeah, I was gonna say Tim for Tim Curry. It was. I'm hoping they each got a chance to just soak up the love. Tim especially because he had that stroke. Um, but even Dolly was apparently just kind of laying in the back. And that's what the time's all filled with. And of course, they're showing pictures of him as Pennywise, and he's just kind of rest. There was a really good one of Pennywise, or him as Pennywise. He's just sitting on a porch. I think he's got like a he's drinking and smoking. Tim Curry, Pennywise. Yeah, okay, he's just sitting here. And I was just rewatching Clue too. Oh, Jackson. Oh, Lily. That's what. That's her name now. Um, Hello, Iron. Pardon me, May. Hello, May. Oh, and I did this little thing where I made the background a little transparent. There was one other comic I saw this commissioner do, and the artist did a transparent back so they could see the figure. It doesn't work with the positioning. The box is a little bit too high for where the grate ends up, so I cut that out of the final. But for this one, the whole thing as a bit of a pin up, it works okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, um, I don't know. For the Amazing Digital Circus, the whole, I mean, I guess, like a god, like posthumous, humorously coming out as, uh, the whole point, of course, of the finale is that it is a tragedy that Jax was never able to find themselves or just be that person. I'm glad there's sort of the extension, and it's possibly probably why they don't want to. Goose was like, okay, I want this story to kind of be completed, and good for them. That's fine. I think that's a good place to just leave things off if they want to. But then on the other hand, they still want to be like post. There's like non-canonic adventures with like the merchandising and things that they want to post on Twitter. And of course, the fans keep that shit alive. I was gonna say, I was, of course, very disappointed that the voice actress for Pearl turned out to be like a huge shithead, like maggot. Apparently, like the Tiny Face McGee's death, just like really like screwed with her brain. And so, but I saw some drawings of Pearl this morning. Pearl from Steven Universe, and they were really funny. She was trying to eat an ice cream cone. I was like, oh yeah, that would be something Pearl would do. And it's funny how like, yes, there's this weird space that I now occupy, especially with things like how Ken Penders just like derailed all of Sonic the Hedgehog by saying like he owns certain characters. There's this weird occupation now with like I'm totally against corporations having control of all these characters. I like to have it like that not to happen, but on the other hand, when you give one person total creative like input of a thing, they can also ruin it. So like fan art is just a nice way of having this place to play and explore. I was like, oh yeah, that is totally. And I smiled again at the concept of Pearl because Pearl was one of my favorite characters on that show. Oh, here I'm breaking kayfabe a little bit, but I've got all these things. Oh wait, no, where is it? Where can I show? Oh yeah, here. Well, that's not what I want. Where's the video source? What am I? VLC video source. Oh no, it's group capture. It's this. Okay, never mind. There we go. I got some good references over here. There we go. Ignore that woman. Yeah, so I was able to for proofs for the character designs, I was able to do some angle stuff. I have some recipes. I call they're what I call Blender recipes, where I want to be like, if I want to have something, if I want to have a certain effect go on, then I'd use a recipe. I have a recipe book. There. Cubed coconut. Have I heard that name before? That might be the one who did the ice cream. No. This is not the one. Okay. How did I get this? Okay, what's the history? Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah. Right. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, I know what I did. I know what happened. I'm doing my accounting, and my brother sent me $80 for the doggos for their food. Pearl does not eat, no, but it was the concept of her like being able to just have an ice cream. She does drink soda. She drinks soda in that one episode. So yeah, again, modeling the whole room. It's just it's a good way to make everything consistent. Which yeah, you're sinking in maybe. I think maybe the room itself took 2 sessions, so that's 4 hours. The modeling took maybe a session and a half, so that's 3 hours, 4 or 5 hours there. But then that cuts down in time if you have to redraw it again. Plus, you're just it's still a good way to like learn the skill of like modeling. Okay, I mean, if I really, really wanted to do this, I'd go, wait, what the hell is this? What are you? Oh, a wrench? Who? Why would you recommend me? That looks like some sort of like filming equipment. Let's see. Oh, this one's different. Yeah, but that's like sheesh. Okay. Beveled economic. I don't need 9 ports. I don't need them with the data transfer 3.2 data transfer. No, I just need this. I want more. I want higher transfer, and maybe 4 ports at the max. Okay, this one's okay. You get 10 gig Gen 2 splitter. But what's an splitter? Splitter expander for the Chromebook. .2. What's how about the 3. No, we need the gigs. I need 10 gigs. Transfer, lossless transfer. Okay, let's go with this. This one's $12. Yeah, okay. There we go. That way I can set up the cameras. That's good. That's good. Yeah, you run into these little issues. Okay, he was in Legend. Let I'm looking at Tim Curry's stuff right now. I mean, this is only like a little bit of his things. Nigel Thornberry, of course. He like freaking owned that just a weird and loving father who was like bizarrely confident. He was just like overly effused. Oh, anyone see? I saw the end of it because everyone was like spoiling it. You know what? Here, let me do this. This one's always a treasure trove. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not it. Screw you, Google. Uh, thinking about how to draw. No, there's these artists who are great. Here, I think I basically have a visual encyclopedia that they put out. They make collections put out for free. Like, I mean, not free. You can get like a hardbound book. Wow, I'm surprised. I actually like a lot of things. Let's see on Blue Sky. Okay, here. Follow this account and look at it. What's the name of their books? How to Think When You Draw. Here. They do all sorts of things. You can even look at their website, or they've got a website. They've got a Blue Skies. They had a DeviantArt. You can even just look up. Like they do everything, like how to draw a hand, how to draw muscles, how to draw hair, curves on surfaces, hills, stuff like that. Do yourself a favor and actually follow these guys. They talk to a lot of people. There's always handiwork stuff. I just looked them up yesterday. Not yesterday, the 2 days before, because I really wanted to know the shape of a shoulder muscle, as it's like in a certain angle, and they were able to help me with that. This is like a really, really good just again, they just compile these like visual encyclopedias. And every time I open them up, I always think of like something. There's always something new. Like they've got a whole thing on the clavicle just now. It's like, okay, here's how it works and how it rotates in space. You have. Are they cool? I mean, like, are they like are they cool? I don't want to be like, I don't want to milkshake duck them or have a milkshake duck be done to me. I don't know who is the milkshaker and who is the ducky in that. Whenever you say like, oh, is the audience get milkshake ducked, or do the he was 80 though. 80. Both of them were 80. That's an okay run. They should have lasted a couple years longer, but that's okay. And man, that just goes to show you. Sometimes I sit and just Oh yeah, and there's when introducing 3D objects like this, there's ways of making like nice crisp shadings and introducing lines so you don't have to like it's not something you mess with a lot. Again, it just really worked with the background. I did all this on my own volition. I believe that the actual commissioner was just like, yeah, there was a escape room concept. If I did anything like this again, I would have to incorporate this into the pricing. But on the other hand, I like sometimes, like I said, when you do it on your own volition, it's the first time. It's like that's you taking the time to build up a skill. If someone were to do this again and say, "Oh yeah, I want this and I want a whole big 3D room again for multiple times," I would have to say, "Well, I need I don't know, an extra $20 because the room itself is a character now." But also going through it, you know it a little faster. Let's see here. I'll let's just do this. Always remember the phrase. Let's see here. Let me go back to where I was doing. I unfortunately. There we go. How to think when you draw. That's what it was. How to think when you draw comic panels. And here we go. Here's something about it. And this is on their DeviantArt. Oh, the 3D room is for the character, and then I'm just making a layer for the carpet to sit on. What am I working with? I think I'm in Affinity right now. Yeah, this is not going to be as elegant. Yeah, this is Affinity. This is a completely vector-based program. Actually, no. You can switch it into bitmap if you wanted to. It has a bitmap mode, but I never use it because I only use the program for vectors because that's what it does the best. If I want bitmap, I'll just keep going with paint shops, Saya or Sai. Yes, I'm going to try and go and see that. I've heard very good things. I saw a clip with Foghorn Leghorn. His eyeballs looked a little weird. There's sometimes when the CGI animation looks a little funky, but that's okay. That's okay. They were trying to like push it into a certain aesthetic or process. I think it'll do fine. Oh, I gotta actually try and see if I can find a original run of Tim Curry's Spamalot performance. What's this now? Starbucks, all the baristas from the menu, they're calling for a boycott, which is fine. I don't drink Starbucks anyway. My grandma likes Starbucks. She would, what was it? They both do. Mom and her. That's one of the things they did together. They'd get those mochas or whatever, or cappuccinos, or the ice things. The only Starbucks drink that I ever liked. Oh yeah, this is one of the recipes. This is a way to like have the light source. Again, more of a cartoony shading. What was I gonna say? The only drink that I ever really liked at Starbucks, they had a pomegranate. They had a blueberry pomegranate something or other. This must have been a good 20 years ago. But I drank it and I was like, oh, this is actually good. They tried to do weird things like that to get all the hummingbirds. That's what I call, like, hummingbird drinks. Like drinks that are actually like not coffee based, but like kind of coffee based, tea based. Pomegranate. They had like different lemonades this year. Yeah, fine, but like again, it's not going to be any. I'm trying to think about what would be really hard for me to boycott. I guess it was maybe Fortnite. I would jump on to Fortnite every so. I think it would be a lot harder for me. Oh, I had to do some redrawing. Um, this is not a huge problem, but like if you're when you're doing a commission and you give someone some references, they are going to go with the the thing that is most prominent about the characters. For example, the character I got, there's a drawing of her and she's got these really like fluffy hair. Later on, they asked if I could do this wavy hair, which is fine. It's great. It was nothing I couldn't do. But at the beginning of a project, It's, you know, and it's also my fault. I didn't give them like sketches or anything like that, which I should have done. I should do. I'm kind of bad at that. And again, I will always try my best to like redo it. But I was just like, yeah, no, unless you absolutely specify at the beginning of the project that, oh, I don't want to do what their base thing is. I want to do this one specific thing that this artist did because I really like it. And I really like it too. I like this artist, whoever they did for their interpretation. It's way more anime inspired, almost a Gold Digger esque. It reminds me of. But yeah, um, getting back to Fortnite. I was gonna say it would have been a lot harder, I guess, if they hadn't changed their battle pass, because they changed the battle pass where the battle pass didn't cover the costs of the next month's battle pass. If you had completed the whole entire battle pass, it would have paid for itself, and you would have been able to get the next month's battle pass. So, if a kid was dedicated enough, they could use the same $15-$20, I think 15, to pay for their keeping the battle pass going, which is fine. You can even make in a weirdly cynical way. You can kind of say, well, that teaches them that they need to have a little dedication to that one game to keep the battle pass going. Their hobby. And if they lose track of their hobby, then they know that, like, oh, well, if I want to keep up this thing, I set aside as resources, and in this case, the resource is time. We used to do that with bowling. We used to be like, well, we're going to be part of a league. We paid money up front, so we're not going to skip a week. There were times when my brother, because that was he wanted to do the bowling league and have me, my mom, and him, and another person, Ernie, his a friend of the family who was a really good advocate bowler, be part of this league. And then there was times when this was like when he was like real young. And there was times when he would be like, well, I want to hang out with my buddies. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go this week. And we would have to tell him, well, we've all you've made a commitment to us and to a friend of the family. So that's not a sort of thing that you could do. In a weird way, then yes, that did sort of help teach a concept of when you make a social contract. If you wanted to tell a kid, well, yeah, you can play this game, but you got to make sure that you're keep up. It's like that that my brother and me bit when they always do the not the Yahoo questions, the thing that replaced it, the the WikiHow, which the first step is always keep your grades up. It's like, if you want to keep your grades up and you're not going to get another subscription. So if you want to keep playing it and keep, earning a little on the side, you could do that with like one battle pass. Of course, they've changed that and they've gone with AI and all that. So I'm not really heartbroken about missing out on Sonic and Mega Man. Ironically, Magic the Gathering has taken up that spot. Which we are going to play a little bit tonight, or Melanie is going to play a little bit tonight. Right. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like, I heard that the gaming show, whatever gaming show was on recently, was a big, they had a bunch of AI slop in there, too. Unfortunately, there is this one game called Zoo Punk, which doesn't feature AI generated content within the core game, but they want players to be able to design their weapons and have that be generated in AI. So you're basically like reskinning weapons that you've already got. That's at least part of what that's what I get that they want to do, or be able to do, which is fun if AI wasn't like stealing from everybody and just like poisoning the environment and stuff like that. There are things that like I I will look back and say, oh well, whatever. But they're all compound to be like absolutely horrible and nightmarish. And the concept of oh, like it's weird. There was this one thing where they did AI back when AI voices were a thing. People were using them for animation. One person teams were like really just saying like, okay, I want to have this character like I think it was big with like My Little Pony, that fandom. But I think the one example that blew up was the Scooby Doo uh, animation, which is they had Daphne say something, and arguably one person making a fun little animation, I wouldn't get too hung up on that. But when a corporation wants to get on in on that, it's like screw you, just hire someone. Or if you become famous enough or like influential enough online to be like, hey, I do these animations. Does any one of you do a really good Daphne? That's the thing. Zoopunk is not using AI for the core gameplay. They are using it for, I guess, if you want to reskin a weapon. I guess that's what they want to do. But that would lead them to implement. That also sounds like testing the waters for something more nefarious. Again, it's like when corporations start to put a pineapple on their head. That comic of like, oh, I'm doing this, like everyone's having fun with this thing, and then a bunch of corpos start doing it, and it's like, well, you ruined it. Because they will not be so generous. It's never generous on their end. Like when they have like, how can I put this? DaVinci Resolve also lets you clone voices. It's absolute garbage. It doesn't work half the time. Um, but like the file that uses it, it only takes like there's only like 3 gigs of training. Like the program itself is like 3 gigs. So if I even were trying to like clone a voice, it wouldn't drain a lake to do that. And then you've got these schmucks that are just like boiling the planet just to do that. Which is why you might as well say, well, nope, no, we can't have this thing because you will instantly ruin it. Like, oh, you already ruined it. There is this one nice feature that is sort of AI, but it's not generative AI. It's sorting, which is a completely different kind of AI. It's just, hey, can you match these pixels to other pixels that I already have? I use a thing called Photo Exile Photo, and it has a neat feature that sorts all your frames, and it's basically just matches. It matches like and it does it based off a character. Like, hey, does this character look like another one? Um, and again, the program that I use it with is like only like 5 gigs, so it's a self-contained. It's when people try to say, "Oh well, I'm using AI ethically," um, with like a 20 gig program or whatever. Well, still no, because you're still using it based off of other things. But this is just sorting. This is fine. This is sorting AI. This is like how they use quote unquote AI to like research cancer. Is like you have the AI look through a million patterns and then find the similarities. Good. What did Apex do? Did I really go to the? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. EA. I think what was it now? South of Midnight has decoupled with AI, and Double Fine is now their own publisher. I feel really bad that I bought all those games. Like I bought Psychonauts and Psychonauts 2 when they were still connected to what's his face. And they gave out Brutal Legend out for free when Ozzy died. Rest in peace too. Id. Okay, yeah. Yep. Everyone's just being a big shithead when it comes to corpos. What are we doing here? I'm looking at Twitter. Again, it's pretty much all just thank you. They're all saying Tim Curry and Dolly Parton. Oh shit! Tim Curry has a memoir, Vagabond, less than a year ago, and he Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. And he voiced the audiobook himself. Hyperspace. Okay, that's a new game. I guess Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Remastered is the thing. And then, I'm scrolling. I saw something. Oh, hey, werewolf. Okay. Yeah, get some sleep. We're almost. I want to say 8 minutes. We got 8 more minutes. And again, you can see that the model really helped with just making up a quick pose. Of course, I'm exaggerating the figure again. Unfortunately, I have to then match the shadow and the opacity of it with the existing thing. Once you zoom out, it's hard to tell. I can tell because I know, and I zoom in super hard on the figure. How you doing, boy? Um, I don't know. I was gonna say our community may have been a little bit more uh, like Curry. Like Curry was like an amazing voice actor, and he did all these performances. Dolly was like, was I really, Dolly did great music. 9 to 5 is fantastic. I love 9 to 5, but other than that, like I really didn't like. She wrote like all these songs, and I probably are more in tune to them. But I was like, I admired Dolly for her philanthropy, or the things she did with her money. Like Tim Curry was like a superstar when it came to voice acting and all that stuff. Hold on, I need to get some water. Oh, I got some coffee right here. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Yeah. But I don't know. I wouldn't even say I'm heartbroken that it happened. But like ever since again, Dolly was very sort of forefront with what was going on, saying that got a little health problems, and Tim wasn't shy about what was going on with him either. Since the It's one of those things where it's like, it's the suddenness, but you sort of know. I was saying, I hoped Tim and Dolly just got to sit back and absorb all that love, which would sound like they did, especially Tim. Uh, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say the stroke, like the stroke really like robbed us of just. I mean, his voice acting talent. I'm glad he was able to like then do some stuff, and again, sit there and absorb the love. Let's see. I've been watching. I don't know if I've been watching, but like YouTube has been serving up this. I guess it's because I've been getting on cooking YouTube, and they've been doing this famous sandwiches from different people. Anthony Bourdain, I guess he liked this sort of this. What was his? It was a weird sandwich. What do you call that? It was like the meat with like the pick. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's famous sandwiches. I'm trying to look at who this person, Dominic Kitchen. They just did Michael Jackson's favorite sandwich. Apparently, it's just a chicken sandwich with pickles. Ba ba ba. They're whisking it up. I would, yeah, I guess Michael Jackson. Yeah, that would be good. Let's see. It's just a chicken sandwich. Wait, what do they call them? What do they call the sandwich? Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich. Which, yeah, I guess he would break his like vegetarianism like once or twice, not once or twice, occasionally with this sandwich. Let's see, who else did he do? Let's just look. Julia Roberts, well, Tom Hanks. Well, they're still alive, so no, let's not do that. Why would you do Nicki Minaj's favorite sandwich? Why would you do that? Who cares? That's what it is. Yeah, Dolly Parton's favorite sandwich. And he did this like weeks ago. Okay, so this isn't like new. Gross. Oh, gross. YouTube, you suck. It it like I clicked on Dolly and it immediately went to Nicki Minaj's. No. No. I clicked on the Dolly Parton sandwich like 3 times. Why? Don't. Get away. Where's the Dolly Parton? There we go. This is what? A pimento loaf? Is it egg salad? Maybe it was capicola. Here, I'm looking into it. Let me move this up so I can see what I'm looking at and see you guys' reactions. Uh yeah, Southern pimento cheese. And it's a lady finger style, which is means that you cut off the crusts. Let's just see what else. Here's the Johnny Cash, which is bologna. Okay, fried bologna on, I guess, just regular bread. It's a southern cut, Texas toast. Geez, his ostrich Waldo nearly eviscerated him, but his giant belt buckle, I guess, stopped him. Okay, so it's eggs, American cheese, and fried bologna with ketchup. Oh, I don't know. Okay, the eggs and ketchup is fine, but I wouldn't put ketchup on a sandwich. But I guess you would. That I've never had ketchup on a sandwich. Always hamburgers. What else was there? Billie Eilish's favorite. I don't care. She's a vegetarian. Bruce Springsteen's, which is some sort of jelly sandwich. M&M's spaghetti sandwich? Okay, that makes sense. No, that can't be Weird Al's. No, he did this for the clicks. It's Twinkie Wiener sandwich. Okay, I gotta look that up. Is Weird Al's favorite sandwich? I mean, that's his creation. Well, here's a Facebook post, but no. I don't I don't believe that he did made that and that's his favorite sandwich. That's just too weird. Oh yeah, Anthony Bourdain. Okay, that's what we were looking up. Anthony Bourdain's. Um. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Is this by the same guy or a different one? No, it's the same one. I don't know what he's got here. It's you take cuts of mortadella and you put them in a frying pan, and then you put provolone cheese. Was that provolone cheese? Mortadella cheese, I guess. And then you lay that on top until it's melty, and then you put some Dijon mustard, and the it's a roll. It's a roll bread. Yeah, I guess so. It's like it's like a Italian deli thing. Looks good. Honey and garlic really do liven. Oh yeah, grilled cheese. I've been screwing with all these different recipes. Um, what was I going to say? I used to put sweet pepper. I used to fry that up and put that in the ham and the sweet peppers. Just kind of really try to make it really try to jazz it up a bit. Oh, in this case, I'm using another 3D fig, just a basic, like a generic model that I have. And I'm using it to try to make a crowd. Not necessarily a crowd, but just a room occupied with other people. Oh, pardon me. But yeah, this one sandwich is the one I really want to try out of all of them. My grandfather used to love, what did he like? He used to take the Vienna sausages, not the sausages, the ones that came in the can, and he would cut them up, cut them in long ways half, and then put that on a sandwich. Anyway, that's the sandwich. I'm going to close this now. I'm using min bits. I'm just using that as a color reference. They always do a good job when it comes to conveying crowds and other people, which is weirdly a plot point when it came to sort of them. They were talking about masking and associations. I forget what you call that. It's not disassociation. Well, maybe it is. But there's a point when one of the gray characters becomes the new little scientist slug thing, the sea slug guy, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, lore!" Here, if you haven't, I'm eating a Little Debbie's cake right now, because it was just sitting here. Let's see, Minbit. I think that's yeah, with two T's. I want to look up that comic again. Here we go. Oh yeah, and there was two different versions. One of them wanted to have hands on her, and then one didn't. That's kind of it. That's the comic as a whole. I think we are done. Yeah, we're done. That's the end of it all. Um, yep. And then I added some words later on. They had provided some dialogue. We did a little tweaking. I'm gonna put that up on DA soon. I believe they already posted it. But yeah, that's about it. Now this is like 20 gigs that I can get off of my drive now, so that's fun. Um, yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna take the dogs out, maybe get something to eat. Until our paths cross again, I'll see you at the next Artcast. Okay, you all take care. Bye bye.